guys, I'm back. It's me again. I'm gonna make a new video. As you can see, I'm in my garage. This garage is no ordinary garage from my perspective. You can see I have both of the world's fastest cars. Now with this car, as you can see how it looks green? This is the CCXR, by the way, it tells you in the right hand corner. As you can see, I'm walking past the car. You can see how it's green and it's black. If you guys don't have this accessory already, if you want to go get your car painted, if you have an expensive car like this, if you want to get it painted, go to the paint shop, and when you're painting it, press the button Y or whatever console you have. The top button, for Xbox it's Y, I think for PS3 it would be triangle, but you can get a thing called bicolor, and it is when you have a different color on top of another color. So if I chose, since I have this color, I have black on green, so when I'm parked in the sunlight, it's green, but as I go towards it, it's black. Now, the best part about the CCXR is the doors. The doors are the best part because they open up like this. And as you can see, this is the interior. I will open both doors for you and show you what it looks like from the front. So the CCXR is one of the world's fastest cars. I think it is the second compared to the Bugatti, but I don't know if it is. But another fact about the CCXR is, if you have seen one in real life, you will know, this is for people who haven't, that the entire engine is the entire back of the car, meaning that the engine is basically this entire part of the car, is the back of the car. And if you haven't noticed, in real life, there's this symbol right here. It's a ghost symbol. It's right there. It's on the back, on top of the engine. And over here we have the Bugatti Veyron. Goes up, keeps up with the CCXR, if not faster. The Bugatti Veyron is a very cool car. It's very fast, and I think it is owned by Audi, but I'm not sure. But I'm going to open the doors. I'm going to show you the interior. Now the Bugatti Veyron is the same exact thing as the CCXR, except it's faster, I think. Now, as you can see with the CCXR over here, the engine, you can only see this much of the engine. Well, with the Bugatti Veyron, you can see the entire engine. Now right here, if you're wondering what this is my spoiler. So when you hit a certain speed, this will pop up. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like when that pops up. So I'm going to take my car out. I'm going to drive it. Let's hope it is daytime, not nighttime, so that you guys can see this. And it appears to be morning, so you will be able to see this pop up. You can see that's my character. Okay, now I'm leaving my house. Okay. Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to rev my engine in case you want to hear it. Now watch very carefully at the back of the car. There goes the spoiler. It pops up. It usually pops up at around 70 miles per hour to 80, maybe 90. Depending on where you are, if you're on a hill, it probably pops up at around 80. Now when you hit the brakes, it goes back down. So, there's also that. Now I'm going to take you to another house of mine. This house being a little bit better. As you can see, I have a lot of cars, full garage. 6 cars. I have done very big modifications. So as you can see, I have a big screen TV, very big, with very big speakers. I do not know the exact size, but I do know that this house is very good if you want to have a very big car collection, and if you really like cats, you get the benefit of having a little cat. And in Test Drive Unlimited 2, for you guys that are new, if you go to your computer on your table and you click it, and you go to My Test Drive Unlimited 2 House, you can take and you can modify your house. So if I wanted to change my tile, I could go like this, and I get to choose from what tile I already have. Okay, so I'm going to just not make any modifications, but that's how you modify your house. Now I'm going to show you guys my upstairs of my house. Now this house is a little bit better than the other house, considering it has an upstairs. As you can see, I have a little chair here. I have a good view. I have my fish up here, same as the ones downstairs. With this house, it's very, very useful for having a big car collection. And it's just a really nice house to have because it's really nice. It's not very shacky looking. It looks like a really expensive house. It's actually a really good price for a really cool house like this. Now I'm going to take you to my garage. In my garage, I have cars that I have not bought but won, and cars that I've won from races. What I mean is I've won some from people and others from races, and I've bought some of them. Like this one, for example. This is an SLR AMG. I won this from a guy named Stuart Wintry. You get this in one of the championships, the A2 championship. And then this AMG right here, I got from his daughter, Tess Wintry. Now, as you can tell, since these are both AMGs, these are both Mercedes highest performance class. And these right here, this car, is supposedly from the best off-road driver in the game. Him and his brother, Ryan and Chris. Now, as you can see, they are not the best drivers off-road in the game, because I have clearly beaten them. Now, as you can see, the difference here, if you're wondering, why does he have a Volkswagen and the other have this, an Audi? I cannot answer that question, but as you can see, I have modified the rims on the Audi. And for you guys out there, if you guys ever want to get this car, I recommend not getting that, but getting this. This car is very good for climbing, it is very good off-road, and it has a V12. Now this car over here, the Lotus Evora, was from Solar Crown, which, again, for you new guys, is the name of the championships that you guys will be competing in. Now, as you can see, this car is not really fast. It looks like a fast car, but it's really not. But it's really good for driving. It's really good for cruising. Now, right back here, you will not be able to see it, but is the engine. It's very small. And over here, we have a WRX STI. Now, if you guys aren't very good car guys, but just like this game, if you ever are in a challenge where you like really going fast off-road, you should go down to your Nissan store and get this car, or the used car dealership if it's available. Because, let me tell you what, this car is good for climbing, good at speed, and it's really fun off-road. Now we have this again, the Bugatti Veyron, which is the same one I had last time. By the way, this is the Grand Sport, so if you guys are wondering, that's what it is. And for some houses, not all, have something in over here. You have a list, kind of like at the car dealerships. It tells you all of the cars and where they're located. So I have a Ford Mustang Fastback from Miami Harris up in the Caravan in Ibiza. And then these are here. So, some things to look forward to when you get a house like this. Now I'm going to take you guys to Ibiza. I'm going to show you something. If you guys have ever heard of the movie Holes, and have watched the movie, you guys will understand something cool. That in this game, as a matter of fact, there's an area in Ibiza where it is desert, and it has things like in the movie Holes. Now, if you're wondering how I'm going to get to this, I'm not going to drive because Hawaii is an island, obviously. But I'm going to take my Chris car here, and I'm going to take you guys to the airport, and I'm going to drive it there. I'm going to drive around in this desert. I'm going to show you what it really looks like. It really does look like Camp Green Lake from the movie Holes, or the book. As you can see, it's very, very unlikely to find something like that in real life. So, if you guys don't really want to go to the airport by driving, you can go to your map and select airport, and you have to be at a certain level. And on the first time, it's going to cost you $1,000 to $2,000. But then after your first try, it's all free. So you won't have to pay a dime. As you can see, it's the airport, obviously. It's got really cool. But if you guys can also have seen, if you've really been to Hawaii in real life, at some point in your life, this is actually an exact replica of it. This is exactly what it looks like. And if you're wondering how I know that, it's because I have been to Hawaii myself. I have just been there. I went in November 2012. Now I'm going to take you guys to Ibiza, which is the other island.
Have a nice trip.
As you can see, you get your ticket, and she's going to tell me where to go. But I'm not going to control where he goes. He does this himself. So now I'm on my plane. Now I'm going to take off. And there goes my plane. There you go. I'm heading for Ibiza. Now, if you're wondering if Ibiza is real, I don't really know if it's real, but I can tell you it's a really big island. It looks a lot like Hawaii. But this is an example of all the levels you can get. That guy just happens to be a very high level with a good amount of cars and houses. 61 houses, 14 cars, very rich. As you can see, this is the airport in Ibiza. There's my car, always parked out in front of the airport for you. Now, if you guys really want to know something, if you guys have really fast cars and you really want to pull out some speed without wrecking the car, there are ways to break into that area or break into that airport runway. Now, I'm going to take you guys down to this place that I think is basically the same as Camp Green Lake. Now, it's right over here in the desert. It has a club very close to it, so what you're going to look, if you want to go find it, look out for that club. Now, as you can see, it does really look like Camp Green Lake because the road is next to it. But as you go really deep back in there, it does kind of start to look like Camp Green Lake. If you're wondering why I'm talking about holes, because I know there's people out there that hate reading, I'm talking about holes because I have just watched that movie recently with my class in school, so yeah. So yes, this is Ibiza. As you can see, the car does tend to get dirty. Very dirty. That's when the fun part comes in. You can see on the map, if I go to my cars, you can see that there's a car wash right here. Now, if you don't have this game, going to the car wash is something you want to see, or something you want to experience. The best part of the game. Especially those people. I'm just kidding. Especially the people that like women in swimsuits. If you are under the age of 10, I would suggest not watching this. It's a little overrated. As you can see, it kind of is a little sexy, but
Perv.
It's just the game, just the perverts that created it, not me. So there you go. Now the car is clean, not a scratch. So yeah, you guys can just check out my videos on YouTube. I'll be making more videos. And just if you need help, just contact me and just tell me if you need help finding anything. See you next time.